So earlier I saw a game, or I saw a video the other day about how streamers have become bored with gaming. And at first I was going to throw it out there and say, if you're bored, you're not playing the right game. A lot of times the streamers that they're referencing are ones that play Call of Duty, where it's just die, respawn, kill a couple, die, respawn. And I find those boring myself. But I wanted to show this is my library of games, and I'm having trouble finding something to get into. I've played a little bit of every one of these. I think, I don't know, at least an hour of get into them. And whether or not, I don't know. It's hard to say. Some are only 15 minutes because I just couldn't take them. But I look at games like Division 1. Okay, I have 632 hours. I thought I had more. Driving a truck, I have 248. New World, I could play it for about 85 hours, and then I was like, I don't know. Far Cry 3, all those hours are multiplayer. 82 hours of Outriders, and 78 hours of Biomutant, which I absolutely love. But I wonder, it's like as I was thinking about it, it's like, what is it about gaming that has changed? I mean, I played consoles when I was a kid, but it wasn't really until the PC hit that I really started getting into it and trying to find what could hook me. There was a time where I did like Guild Wars. Guild Wars 1 is probably the last game that I ever really got into, and I craved to play every day for six years. I played nothing but that game. I stopped when World of Tanks came out, and I played World of Tanks religiously for probably 9 years, 8-9 years, and then I started playing it just during the winter months every year because they did a phenomenal job with the festive. This year they ruined it, the festive, and I haven't had any interest to really get into it. I bought a bunch of loot boxes, played a little bit, but I just haven't really gotten into it. The one game that I have been craving was playing in the background, which is Core Punk. When I first came across this game, I was like, this is amazing. It's the art style that I love, and it's a gameplay that I enjoy. It's going to be interesting. I know they've had a lot of issues, a lot of time, a lot of things have come up to get in the way. But it's like, I don't know. I was just thinking about it. What is it about a game that brings you back? What do you need? I recently downloaded a Warhammer game. It's overwhelmingly positive on Steam. Watched a couple of reviews of it. Nobody seems to like it. But I've been playing it. It's kind of fun. It was only $15, so I said, well, I'll try it, which is where most of my games come from when they're on sale, because I'm looking for that game that is going to just capture me and be nothing else to me. That game's great, but I'm playing this one, and it's a struggle. So I understand that if you are a streamer, which I'm a part-time for the fun of a streamer, but if I was a streamer where I played 6 to 8 hours, I can understand why you'd get bored. Some of the things that are sad are the fact that streamers get games before other people, so by the time they're released or people get a chance to play them, they're done. The hype's gone, and it kind of ruins it for the rest of us. And we've seen it. It's like when when we went into lockdown, I remember finding a streamer that was playing Valhalla, knowing that I don't have the time to play that game, and knowing that I have played some of the other Assassin's Creeds to where I've kind of gotten tired of doing the same thing over and over as I play. So I didn't want to spend the money to get that game. So instead I just tuned every day during work. I tuned in while I was working and watched someone else play it. Just kind of like a movie, and it was interesting. But it's kind of that thing where, there's got to be a game out there somewhere that is gonna hook you. And the Division 2, it hooked me for a little while, but now I'm at a point where the developers kind of abandoned us. And then they came back with some, I don't want to say cheesy, but very kind of, I don't know, just kind of a crappy storyline to try to bring us back. And I play it basically to keep up with the storyline, but I don't crave playing it. It's like Synced. So I've been playing the betas for Synced. Phenomenal game, a lot of fun. I enjoy it. But now I've hit a dead end because it's a beta. I haven't finished it, but I'm sitting there for like a 15-minute, what was it, 5 minutes, I think? So if you're waiting for a match, it takes longer than 5 minutes. You'll go in with whoever's with you. So you could be solo, it could be one person. But I've been sitting there for 5 minutes every time to get into a game. And they have a festive thing going right now where they have these candy canes, and you go into the game and find these presents and open them up and get candy canes to get this gear that doesn't do anything for your character other than it's just cosmetic. But I'm sitting there for 15 minutes or 5 minutes, whatever, waiting to get into a game. So where I'm at right now, either people are so far ahead of it or they're not to it yet. So I feel like I'm kind of at a roadblock. And when I do get into a battle, nobody else is looking for those candy canes. They're just kind of rushing through it to get to the end game. And then I found out that we're gonna lose everything anyways. So I'm like, all right, well, what else can I do? I watched a video where it showed all the games that were on sale on Steam. I picked one up for 15 bucks and I played it. I played about 3 hours, and I'm going to upload those to YouTube. I think the first one uploads Friday, or if you're watching this, it probably uploaded before this did. But this game here, I'm hoping fixes all that. I'm hoping it's a game that will bring me to a point where I can't wait to come home from work and play this. I'm not a full-time gamer. I'm not a full-time streamer. I basically, when everybody's kind of doing their own thing, I will play for a couple hours before bed. I've been streaming it. I took the week off between Christmas and New Year's to take a little break and decompress and just lock myself in a room and play some games. And the one thing I'm not saying that's why I took the week off was just to play video games, but it's part of it. And the sad thing about it is that I can't find anything to really get me into it to decompress with. I start playing something and then I go, and then I don't know what to do. So I'm kind of cycling through games, about 20 minutes here, half hour there. And it got me thinking, maybe the big time streamers are right. Maybe we're at a position in time where gaming is boring. The developers are just giving us the same old stuff, rewashed and re-released. It's like the biggest mistake I've made was I bought Call of Duty, the newest one, and the only thing I enjoyed playing was DMZ. That was really it. The storyline is only 6 hours long, $100 for 6 hours of gameplay, and a bunch of stuff that's basically just recycled from their older games. And the best part about that game is the free stuff, which is DMZ. And then when I get into Synced, all of a sudden DMZ wasn't as much fun. Synced was more fun. And now I'm at a roadblock with Synced. So I don't know. I kind of wanted to make a little video of me just rambling. I wanted to showcase this game because this game is something that I'm super hopeful for. And I really, really hope they were supposed to release some news on the 21st. At the time of recording this, it's the 28th. We haven't heard anything. I know the beta's been pushed back a couple times, but I really hope that this game can be something special. You know, I know there's a lot of games out there, Cyberpunk, 2077. Not really into that. I don't know. It's not my thing. I played Lost Ark. I made the mistake of playing it on a Russian server to the point where by the time it released over here for the West, it just wasn't. I tried to play it, but I just got kind of caught up in, I don't know. I got bored. I got overwhelmed with having to maintain my home, maintain my home base. I just want to play the game. I want to do quests. I want to play a cool story. I want to level up as I quest. It's like that. That's kind of why Black Desert kind of left me, because I was so excited to play Black Desert, and then it was the nodes, the farming, and it's okay if you want to do that, but you shouldn't have to do that, because not everybody wants to do that. It's the same with New World. I played New World. I enjoyed it. I liked the farming for wood and all that stuff. I thought was really, really cool. I don't really care about the housing. Their map thing I thought was kind of sucky, with the different what do you call it, factions owning the map. It's like if you're not in that faction, you're gonna pay more for things, which I thought was very disappointing. So that's kind of a casual thing that I log into when I got a few minutes to spare and maybe do some wood cutting or just something. I don't have a group, and that's part of the other thing was I don't really have a group that I play games with. I mean, I used to. Then when I started streaming, I just kind of went on games that a lot of other people don't play, and maybe that's part of the reason why. Subsistence, like I just got my Steam year in recap, and Subsistence was the game I played the most, and it's a $13 survival game, but it was ruined. It was ruined by people that I got a server, and people that could log in and play for 8 hours a day kind of ruined that whole experience for me, the part-timer. So I don't know. It's a hard thing, it's like there's so many games to choose from, it's finding that one, it's like I logged into World of Warcraft. I've never played World of Warcraft, but I thought, you know what? I absolutely loved Guild Wars 1. I don't like Guild Wars 2. It's too much the instant stuff, where you're on a mission to go do a quest, and then all of a sudden some instant thing popped up and you feel obligated to do that. But meanwhile, when you only had a couple hours to play, now you've spent your whole couple hours doing this thing instead of actually progressing through your quests. And I got fed up with that and frustrated with that. So I switched over, and I this year I played 20 up to level 20 for World of Warcraft. I've never subscribed, with the exception of iRacing. I've never really had a game where I subscribed to it. But I played it for a little while, and I was just like, you know what, this level 20, I don't know. I'm not convinced that I would like it enough to do the subscription. So, and I like top-down stuff. You know, like this, like Lost Ark, that kind of stuff. But I don't know. It's weird because, you know, I watched a video about this, you know, that how all these big streamers are bored with gaming, and I'm thinking, you know, you're just not playing the right game. And then I decide, well, you know, I really want to do this. I really want to play. And now I'm in that vicious loop where I don't really know what to play. I mean, how many games do you buy and play? Like I bought Rust. I had friends that played Rust. I bought Rust. I played it for half an hour. And I'm like, all right, so there's no character customization. You get given what you're given. And I just lost interest in it real quick. I was like a half hour into it, and I'm like, you know what, this isn't for me. So I think I've probably returned more games in 2022 than I ever have before, which is a nice feature that Steam has. The downfall is some of the games, it takes an hour or two just to figure it out, and then by that time it's too late to get your return. But anyways, that's about all I have. I just leave me a comment. Let me know what game that really captivated you, got you going, and keeps you going. And maybe it's one I can try. I don't know, but I'm definitely into this game, and I'm looking forward to it. And I really hope it comes out soon, even if it's just a beta. So I'm gonna title it Core Punk. I don't know. I probably won't even title it Core Punk. Maybe I'll call it. Maybe they're right. Gaming's become boring. But anyways, take care. Thanks for listening to me ramble for almost 20 minutes. And yeah, leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe. Let me know what games you're playing. Maybe there's one for me. Maybe there's one that I can be interested in, and who knows? You know. All right. Take care.